Welcome back to our channel. Our topic for today is about arts in Japan. Our contents in this video are the map of Japan, Japanese styles, Japanese arts, and Japanese ceremonies. Japan, known now as a developed country, which famous because of its inventions, companies, and arts. Here we are going to reveal some Japanese cultures and some of their heritage that have a great effect on their culture. The Japanese map. Let's study its location in the Pacific, the north of the Pacific. Japan consists of 3,000 islands. The largest islands are Honshu, which includes Tokyo, the capital, and the Hokkaido, Kyushu, and Shikoku. Japanese style. Japan as a country has a past with its styles in its own tradition in clothing, building, and foods. Clothing. Japanese people used their traditional clothing in the past. Now they wear it in just a special occasion. Example, yukata for men, kimono for women, zuri or the sandals. Here are examples of yukata and the kimono, and the zuri or sandals, and the parasol or the umbrella. Building and gardens. In Japan, there are many different buildings and gardens that are big part of its culture. They do not actually come from Japan, their ideas come from China. Here are some pictures. The Japanese pagoda, the Japanese shrine, the Japanese garden, the Zen garden. Foods. Nigiri is small rice with fish. Gonkan, small cups made of sushi. Norimaki, sushi rice with seafoods. Japanese people are famous by their healthy food, which has great effects on their everyday life, makes them more active and creative. Japanese arts. Japan is known by its amazing arts that are used till now. Example, painting, games, and martial arts are the most remarkable arts in Japan. Martial arts. For a long time, Japan was governed by samurai class. Some methods that we were used to train warriors were developed into martial arts. The Japanese games. Japan has its own traditional games as well. Example, the board games, the judo or the sumo. Japanese painting. There are watercolor paintings that are done in a Western watercolor technique. They were drawn in 1890. Japanese ceremonies. Festivals in Japan are occasions to celebrate with families, to wear traditional styles of clothing. They are an important part of life in Japan and can be enjoyed in cities and towns throughout the country. Example of these, the Japanese Cultural Festival and the Japanese Tea Ceremony. The tea ceremony, or called chanuyo. The tea ceremony, sado, the way of the tea or chanuyo, is a ceremonial way of preparing drinking tea. The custom has been strongly influenced by Zen Buddhism. Nowadays, the tea ceremony is a relatively popular hobby. Many Japanese who are interested in their own culture take a tea ceremony lessons. Tea ceremonies are held in traditional Japanese rooms, in cultural community centers or private houses. The ceremony itself consists of many rituals that have to be learned by heart. Almost each hand movement is prescribed. Basically, the tea is first prepared by the host and then drunk by the guest. The tea is much a green tea. Hinamatsuri, Japanese Doll Festival. Japanese festivals are colorful celebrations that reflect the country's ancient religious beliefs. These celebrations for girls, people believe the dolls possess the power to conceal bad spirits in their bodies and will save the owner of the dangerous encounters. Shichi-gusan, traditional festival day in Japan for children. Japanese dolls. Dolls have been manufactured since the early day of Japanese culture today. There exist various types of Japanese dolls. The following is a description of only a few of the most famous ones. The Roma dolls are spherical dolls with a red painted body and a white face. The Kokishi dolls are simply shaped wooden dolls from northern Honshu, which originated as souvenirs distributed at hot spring resorts during the Edo period. Japan has a great heritage which gave its own culture. Throughout what is shown here, we can study and learn so many useful things from their culture, and we can communicate with them to get the best of their culture. The flower arrangement, or better known as the Ikibana. Ikibana is the art of arranging flower aesthetically. One tries to represent the three elements, sky, earth, and mankind, in a well-balanced relationship. An arrangement may consist of only minimal number of looms, interspersed among stalks and leaves. The structures of a Japanese flowers arrangement is based on escaline triangle. See the figure of the escaline. The longer side points to heaven and man in between earth. That's the theory or the principles behind the Ikebana design, that heaven is on the top, mankind on almost center, and earth to the ground. Origami, or the paper folding art, originated in Japan. Origami is the art of folding paper. Glue or scissors are usually not used. One of the most popular folding objects is the crane. It is said that 1,000 cranes make a wish come true, or 1,000 cranes are given to sick people in order to wish them fast recovery. The folded crane is also a symbol for peace. In the peace parks of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, large number of folded cranes are laid down beside the monuments that remember the atomic bombs. Other popular folding objects are flowers, balloon, goldfish, frogs, swans, and many more. Another Japanese art is the art of growing plants called bonsai. Bonsai is the art of cultivating miniature trees. The pine, a tree that naturally grows many meters tall, is the most typical plant used for bonsai, but many other tree species can be used. To achieve miniaturization, the tree is frequently transferred into new spots. Make that new pots, and on that occasion, its roots are cut a little bit. Bonsai skills make that bonsai skills include the knowledge of when and how much to cut the roots, how much fertilizer and water is ideal, and which branches should be pruned to give the plant an aesthetic look. Kabuki is an art form belongs to the drama category or theater. Kabuki is a traditional Japanese form of theater with its origins in the Edo period. In contrast to the older form of Japanese performing arts such as the No, Kabuki was popular among the common town people and not to the higher social classes. Meanwhile, the No is a puppet show, while Kabuki plays are about historical events, moral conflicts, love relationship, and the like. The actor used an old-fashioned language which is difficult to understand even for some Japanese people. Actors speak in somewhat monotonous voices accompanied by traditional Japanese instruments. Kabuki take place on a rotating stage, Kabuki no Butai. The stage is further equipped with several gadgets like trapdoors through which the actors can appear and disappear. Here are some pictures of the Kabuki players. Did you notice their white makeup? The No theater. No is a very old form of traditional Japanese theater with its origins in the 14th century. The actors of the No plays wear masks. They speak and sing in a very monotonous way accompanied by a chorus and traditional music instruments. The No stage is traditionally located outdoors, supported by 4 columns. Thank you for viewing, guys, and please subscribe and like the videos for more. Now our activity for our paper folding art is I want you to make 10 pieces of colored paper cranes. Have some assorted colored papers and make 10 pieces of paper cranes because paper cranes brings luck and energy and happiness to the one who made it. Thank you so much.